And a special thanks and shout out to Community Nissan of Bloomington, Indiana for allowing me to come out and film this brand new 2020 Nissan Sentra. Finally, after 7 long years, the boring airport rental car Sentra finally gets the redesign it so deserved. Totally redesigned from the ground up, only the name badge carries over, and we lose the SR Turbo and Nismo trims, and along with those, the manual transmission offerings are gone as well. But is it better? We seem to think overall it is actually better. The design inside and out are actually much better in our opinion. But let's finish our video and we will find out. Alright, here we are, our first drive in the Sentra, and here's our initial acceleration test up to about 40 miles per hour, and it's pretty good. We're just inside the town right now, and we're just driving. Overall, the cabin is not as quiet as I thought it was going to be, but overall, ride comfort is pretty nice so far. Painted in the optional $395 Aspen White Tri-Coat Pearl Metallic, this 2020 Nissan Sentra is the SV trim level and features the standard charcoal cloth interior. However, if you opt for the $2,460 SV Premium package, you get the diamond quilted tan leather interior. It only comes in this color with the package. Overall, they look really good. You also get the thin type LED headlamps and LED turn indicators with LED driving lights. You've also got a power tilt sliding sunroof. The package also includes 6-way power driver's seat with adjustable lumbar support. The passenger seat remains manual adjust. Of course, you also get 2-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger. You also got a leather-wrapped and aluminum shift knob. And you get the 17-inch alloy wheels with 215/50 VR17 tires. Only 3 trim levels are available on the Sentra, starting with the S, our mid-level SV, and the sporty and best equipped SR. The SV and SR both feature available premium packages as optional equipment. And of course, all Sentras are front-wheel drive, and the power comes from the rather lethargic 2-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve inline 4-cylinder engine. It is of aluminum block and head construction and features direct fuel injection and continuously variable valve timing control. It creates 149 horsepower at 6,400 RPM, 146 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. In December of 2019, Car and Driver magazine road tested a pre-production prototype and saw 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.2 seconds. 0 to 100 miles per hour was reached in 26.3 seconds, and the quarter mile was reached in 17 seconds at 83 miles per hour. Top speed was estimated to be 120 miles per hour. All Sentra trim levels are equipped with a 12.4 US gallon fuel tank, and our SV consumes 3 gallons per 100 miles driven and returns an estimated 410 mile driving range. EPA fuel economy figures are 29 miles per gallon city, 39 miles per gallon highway, and 33 miles per gallon combined. On my rather short 10-mile mixed driving test, the Sentra averaged 33.2 miles per gallon. And the sole available transmission on all trims, even the SR, is a rather lethargic and underwhelming Xtronic CVT. It does feature a sport mode, but no manual shift capability that is reserved for the SR. And looking around the rear, there is no mistaking that the Sentra is indeed a Nissan. Looking very familiar to the larger Altima and Maxima, the rear end styling of the Sentra is neat and almost elegant, With sharp character lines and chiseled edges, the Sentra looks more expensive than it is. Nissan ditched the solid beam rear axle from the previous model and installed a more dynamic multi-link rear suspension. In keeping with Nissan's styling trends, the Sentra does carry the floating roof design, and it is more apparent with a two-tone paint scheme treatment. Looking along the profile, the Sentra sits on a 106.8-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 182.7 inches. While only a couple tenths of an inch longer, the Sentra looks huge compared to its previous model. And steering is electrically assisted, variable rate, vehicle speed sensitive, rack and pinion with dual pinion setup. Wheels are 16-inch aluminum alloy with black painted pockets, and tires are 205/60R16 Hankook Kinergy GTs. Brakes are 4-wheel disc brakes with 11-inch vented rotors up front and 10.2-inch solid rotors in the rear. Brakes are assisted by ABS, traction control, stability control, hill start assist, and emergency braking. Brakes can halt the Sentra from 70 miles per hour to 0 and 170 feet. Even though the entire car has been redesigned and shares nothing except for the name from its predecessor, the front-end styling is the most extreme. With the new V-Motion grille, the Sentra sure looks more sporty than it is. Looking like a conglomeration of the Maxima and Altima, one may even find hints of GTR in the styling as well. Standard on this car are halogen headlamps and incandescent turn indicators. However, as previously seen with the SV Premium package, LED headlights are available, and they really look up to the car. I like how the headlights seem to flow organically down the gloss black trim between the grille and bumper fascias. Fog lights are only available on SR trim levels. And driving the Sentra, if you're familiar with any Nissans of modern day, you'll be familiar and at home here. It rides just like what you would expect a Nissan to ride. It's not great and it's not bad. It's pretty good though. Alright, this vehicle is equipped with remote start as standard equipment. It's easy to operate. Just lock the vehicle and then press and hold the remote start button on the key fob. And our test vehicle is also equipped with Nissan's Intelligent Access Smart Key Access System, and by keeping the key fob in your purse or pocket, you're able to lock and unlock the vehicle doors. To lock, simply locate the button on the door handle, press it, 2 beeps will indicate locking. To unlock, press it again, and 1 beep will indicate unlock. And opening the door reveals a very nice new interior. This is the standard interior for the SV, but in this clip here, we are going to show the SV Premium. We already seen a little bit of it in the previous clips, but here's a more in-depth look of it. I really love the two-tone black and tan leather, especially on the dash with the stitching around the circular air vents on the door panels, and I love the quilted leather, of course. Nissan is really owning the quilted leather seats. Overall, it really makes the interior nice. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at our test car. It's just a standard black charcoal interior, and it's still pretty nice. It has accent stitching, soft touch materials. You've also got satin silver trim. This vehicle is equipped with power windows, power mirrors, and power door locks with auto one-touch driver down window. Nice soft touch armrests with accent stitching, molded cup holders in the door pockets. You've got eco mode, your instrument panel dim button. You've also got your electronic stability program, trunk release, fuel door release. It is a leather-wrapped tilt and telescoping steering wheel with a flat bottom design. We have the manually adjustable seats with height adjustable seats. And taking a look at the seats, they are indeed Nissan zero gravity seats. They're supremely comfortable even on long journeys. They have good support, good lateral and back support, good side support. Overall, some of the most comfortable seats in the industry. Alright, now we're going to pan through the interior. We're going to show more details. As you can see here, nice fluid electrically assisted power steering. As stated before, it does have a leather-wrapped steering wheel with accent stitching, a flat bottom design, satin silver accents on the spokes. You've also got multi-function controls for your radio. You've also got your trip computer controls. And on the right-hand side are your cruise controls. You've also got your Bluetooth controls as well. And the instrument cluster is pretty typical of Nissan. They're bright, easy to read. It also has a nice advanced drive assist display with variable menus. You've also got vehicle setup options as well. Pretty comprehensive display. And as stated before, the instruments are bright, clear, and easy to read even in low or bright conditions. Moving over the top of the dash, it is pretty hard plastic, but it does have soft touch vinyl stitched onto the dashboard to have a leather look. It actually looks really good and it really dresses the car up, and this is standard on the SV. You've also got a nice touchscreen display here. It's a floating display. It's improved over the previous Nissans, and the response is pretty good. For a car of this class and this price point, the screen is actually excellent. This does not have navigation, however it does support Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto, and can carry the navigation over from those devices. It also is equipped with SiriusXM satellite radio as well as AM and FM radio. Placing a vehicle in reverse does activate the now federally standard mandated reverse cameras, and this vehicle does feature active guidance lines. I really like these circular air vents here. They are individually controlled. They have individual dampers for on and off for the airflow. And in between you do have your four-way flasher button as well as your passenger airbag control switch. And this vehicle is also equipped with the dual zone automatic climate control. You have dual temperature controls but single zone fan speed and displacement. It is a pretty nice feature though to have, especially in a car that's less than $22,000. And behind there you do have a USB Type-C port, a USB port, an auxiliary input, as well as a 12-volt power point. Nice flat storage area as well. You do have a Ultima style console start-stop switch. Of course, a gloss black piano trim around the shift bezel, dual front cup holders, a nice storage tray, a stitched padded armrest with deep storage. Overall, this interior is actually very, very nice. It's very Ultima-like, almost reaching maximum levels of comfort and space. However, it's not as big. Standard is a manually dimming rear view mirror, and overhead, you have overhead sunglasses holder. You've also got map lights. You've also got your dome override switch. And the sun visors are nice and large. They do have non-illuminated vanity mirrors. The sun visors do swing out, and they also slide out on extensions. And of course, overhead, you have dampened overhead assist handles. Alright, and here we are on a downhill acceleration ramp, and I really feel like I have to push this car just to get to 60, even though we were rolling about 40 miles an hour when I started this clip. It is really struggling to get up to 60, but once we get up to speed, it's actually, it cruises very, very nicely, and of course the car gets excellent gas mileage. We were averaging almost 34 miles per gallon, and overall, even at high speeds and interstate speeds, the car handles really nicely. The ride is overall pretty comfortable. You do feel some road noise and road bumps, but overall, I'm actually impressed. Alright, let's take a look at the rear seat now. You do have nice wide opening doors, and the rear doors carry the same treatment as the front doors do. And the rear seats do seat 3 across. It is a 60/40 split folding seat with integrated head restraints for all passenger seating areas. Overhead, you have individual reading lights for the outboard seats. You also have overhead assist handles, and a fold-down center armrest with dual integrated cup holders. Seat back mat pocket on the back of the passenger side front seat, and a single USB charge port. There is no mat pocket on the back of the driver's seat. As stated before, the seats are 60/40 split folding, and folding the seats is very easy. There is a locking lever at the inside of the car. Just lift up and the seat back will fall forward. Moving the seatbelt out of the way, you can relatch the front or the seat back. Alright, here we are cruising along again. We're still on the open road, on the open interstate. We don't have the cruise set, but that's okay. We don't need it. Some of the nice things, though, this car does have standard blind spot monitor. It also has lane keep assist and lane departure warning. That's a really, really nice feature, especially in a car of this price point. Now, keep in mind, this car is less than $22,000 at the sticker price as we're showing it here. And the Sentra, I feel, is actually tremendous value for the money. You get a very nice riding car. It's a very nice interior. The seats are extremely comfortable. The car is about what you'd expect of an economy car, but it's really, really good for the price you pay. Alright, and here I added this clip because this is actually one of the more bumpy roads in Bloomington, and there's a lot of deep manholes and exposed seams and things like that. And the car seemed to handle pretty well. There's no uncontrolled jouncing or anything, but you definitely feel it. But I do like the new multi-link rear suspension. I feel like the car handles better, it rides better, and has just better control than its predecessor. Alright, and there are several ways to open the trunk lid. You can use the electronic trunk release button on the driver's side instrument panel. Underneath the Nissan logo in the recess, there is a membrane switch that is a manual trunk release there. Or you can use the key fob. Just press and hold the button on the key fob, and the trunk will pop open. And opening the trunk lid is actually spring suspended, so it's easy to open. And inside we have our floor mats and our trunk mat in here. But the inside of the luggage compartment is pretty nice. It is actually down in size from the previous 15.1 cubic feet. It is now 14.3 cubic feet. And the liftover height is about 26 inches. Underneath the floor mat you have a compact spare tire with jack and tools. So what's our conclusion? Well, we sided with Car and Driver magazine, who said it best. The redesigned Sentra is like a small Altima, but deserves more power. Also note that Nissan does not offer any complimentary maintenance plans like Toyota's 2-year 25,000 mile plan, and if you're looking for a nice, comfortable, and well-equipped economy car, look no further than the all-new Sentra. If driving characteristics and performance are more important to you, take a look at the Honda Civic or Mazda 3 instead. Alright, and this does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the 2020 Nissan Sentra. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and Instagram at BrensoJ1. Of course, as always, thanks for watching.